Hello. So I'm pretty sure I said I wasn't going to make a video for a couple days. I was going to take a break. But, I decided not to. I don't know what happened yesterday. Just out of nowhere, it was a bad day. No clue why. Today's not much better. I've been doing really good for a long time, or what seemed like a long time to me. When you live with it every day, going a week's a long time. So everything was just going really good for a while, and like everything else in my life, that can only last so long. So, yeah, I don't know why. And at the end of the day, I'll be fine. I know that, but it's taking a toll. Before I dealt with it, go away. Or I shouldn't say it went away. Some days were better than others. We'll put it that way instead. And the last 2 days have just been hell. I'm still on my medicine, so hey, if that's the issue, it's a case that needs to be upped. I don't really want to do that. One of my worst fears is to find out that I'm bipolar or something like that. Would it be the end of the world? No. But so yeah, that was not a fun night. I didn't sleep a whole lot the night before, tossed and turned and moved a lot. It's nothing new. Both my parents have sleep problems, and apparently, like everything else that runs in my family, I'm gonna be the one that gets it all. That's been the case so far. But last night, once I finally got into bed, I slept pretty good. Okay. And unfortunately, to me, pretty good is about 5 hours. And to get that, I have to take a handful of Benadryl. About the only thing that works anymore. And obviously, that's no good. Yeah, I had a friend tell me that talking about sleeping, I remember that. Yeah, I don't know how long I've had a sleep issue, but as long as I can remember. It's gotten worse lately with, I'm assuming medicine. Yeah, if I don't take anything, I just stay awake. Can be completely exhausted, but as soon as I lay down, I'm wide awake. I literally have to take enough to tranquilize an elephant, it seems like. There was a time when I'd take one Benadryl and it knocked me on my ass for a whole day. Now a normal night's about 8 of them, and I'm lucky if they work. It's not a good thing. I had a friend that works in the medical field. I'm pretty sure he told me that there's a link between Benadryl and autism. Alzheimer's. Yeah, at the end of the day, I just want to feel normal. You know, like these extreme highs and extreme lows. That was one of the scary things with this experience last night. Today, it's still pretty dark. I'm not gonna lie and say I didn't think about death, because I did. Doesn't mean I'm gonna do it. One thing I did is I made a promise to Emily and the kids that no matter what, I would never do that to myself. I don't want to be fair to them. And, they're about the only thing that I have to live for most of the time, so why take that away from them? Becca's got all these memories of the father-daughter dance and all these things, and, I want to keep making those memories. At the end of the day, I guess it kind of goes back to what I said about Princess Annie. You never know. I was not expecting this one. I kind of felt that a little bit in the morning. I thought I could, yesterday morning, thought I could push it off and, it'd go away. And by the day, I was so mentally and physically exhausted that I just laid on the couch the other night. A little while back, maybe if I started making these videos, I wasn't eating. Like, I'd go 3 days and eat as little as possible. Not because, I was starving myself, more so just because just because I have no desire to half the time. Last night I love naan, and I made just a plain piece of naan with a little bit of butter and a bunch of garlic on it. And that's what I ate for lunch. Well, I only had 2 pieces of naan, and I used the other one to make pizza. And by the time I got halfway through the first piece, I just had no desire to eat anymore. And people get on me for that, rightfully so. So yeah, I ate my piece of naan, and then at about 11, I'd already taken something to go to sleep, and it wasn't really kicking in, but I knew I needed to get sleep because I was just exhausted. And I come in the room, and Emily we have a little heater that she runs sometimes, and the room is 82 degrees. I was ready to flip out, but my mind was in such a bad place, and I don't flip out on Emily often. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I try to be as gentle and calm to everyone as possible. I mean, not just my family, my kids, but all the people I work with and anyone that I see. But yeah, I laid down and tossed and turned for about half an hour. It was just too hot in the room. Our house is laid out where this, what you see behind me is our bedroom. We have a kind of a warm bedroom, and excuse me, and I don't remember where I was going with that, but Emily closes the doors, and that traps the heat in, and it just gets super hot in here without those doors open. And I always try to remind her, but the cats sometimes can be assholes. They'll fight or attack us while we're sleeping. So she closes the door. What, you're done with class? You're fine. Okay. Okay. Becca's, you can close it. You can come say hi. It's not on my computer.
Hi.
Are you all done?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do now?
I'm gonna ask Blake if he wants to play hockey.
Okay. No, fine. Blake's got class at 1 o'clock, so let me know if you need anything, okay?
Okay.
Well, now I'm completely sidetracked. Yeah, eventually I had to get up and just get out of the room. So I went out and sat in the living room for a while and let the room cool down with the door open. Took some more drugs, legal ones. Benadryl, or not Benadryl, I took a sleep aid. I had a waffle, so I ate something. Hear that, Chrissy? Yeah, I ate something. I appreciate her being worried about me, though. It sucks. I mean, I feel like I'm gonna say some of the same things, but it had never been mentally and physically draining like that. I mean, maybe it was the fact that, I had dealt with it for so long, even kind of on medicine to help it, If you're not taking it every day, was I fucking myself up worse? And I do. And there's days I forget, but I try not to ever forget. Because I like being steady and not all over the place. I don't think I know anyone that enjoys going through that. Emily got home and I just kind of laid around. I felt bad because I try to help out in the house as much as possible. That way, for one, she don't have to do it all. And for two, because it's my house too. We've kind of divided up what we do. I handle dishes. I do a lot. You guys say with the kids or for the kids, whichever way you want to word it. But yeah, I just try to help out. I couldn't do that like if I could just went from the chair I'm in right now to my bed last night after work, I probably would have. Emily doesn't like that though, rightfully so. You know what I mean? I have to give her props. She's dealt with this all, and obviously the last year has probably been the worst. And every time I try to push her away, she don't let me. Good or bad, she keeps trying, I suppose. Yeah. It's a weird feeling. If you've never experienced it, I don't recommend it. I really want to go take a walk yesterday. Emily's been walking with a close friend, and I'm kind of jealous of that. I'm not gonna lie. I don't have a lot of friends anymore. If I do, they're not around. I mean, a lot of my friends that are still around, I've kind of mentioned here. I've given you their nicknames, but and most of them have their own lives, so it's, I never see them. In the last year, I want to say my first day working from home was the 16th of March last year. I know if it isn't the 16th, it was right around there. Maybe it was the 17th, or I'm pretty sure it was the 15th, but let's see. The kids' last day of school was Friday the 13th. So it would have been the 16th, because I worked at the office on Sunday, the 15th. And then I started working from home that Monday. Yeah. So the last day of school for the year last year. The day's about over, and the kid's principal calls me. We have what I think is a really good relationship. I definitely respect him and respect his position, and would never do anything that jeopardize that for him. Not that I would for anyone, but I don't ask about things that I feel could be, an issue, that would put him in a situation that, he has to make a decision of, lying to me or just not telling me or telling me he can't talk about it. And I always understand those. But back to the story. So Blake's last day of school last year on Friday the 13th, I get a call towards the end of the day. I see the name on my phone because I saved him in my phone. Like, okay, I wonder what he needs. Usually will just text me or whatever unless something else. So I pick up and he tells me that Blake had hit someone. And if you know my son Blake pretty afraid of confrontation unless it's his sister. But before that, Blake was kind of getting bullied at daycare. One of the kids kicked him or something. He still has a scar on the side of his face from it. And me being who I am and being dad, I told him, next time they mess with you, knock their fucking teeth in. And what do you think Blake tried to do? So yeah, I go to pick him up that day from daycare, and Becca tells me, Blake punched a kid. I'm like, oh God, what did I do? And talked to Blake, and he told me what happened, and I told him, I'm not... Sorry, I have one of the engineers messaging me. But, yeah, so Blake punched this kid in the face. And I don't condone violence. I mean, I think I mentioned a little bit how I was bullied, and I kind of want to tell that story maybe today. But yeah, I told Blake, ow, bit my cheek. You're not in trouble, but you also can't go around just hitting people. Engineer some message me. Sorry. But yeah, back to the story. Can't find what I'm looking for. Yeah, Blake punched a kid, and that was it. Blake didn't get in trouble. I told the Lisa, I told him next time they mess with him, punch him, and he did. Once again, right or wrong, I told him to do it. I mean, I'll take the blame for it. Blake, I'm not gonna let Blake get in trouble for something I told him to do. And he didn't get in trouble. You know what? I mean, I had no problem talking to the kid's parent. I flipped out on the daycare. I told him that, I have a lawyer, and if you want to go that route, we'll go that route. And, after that, I got an apology and everything else. So that was good. I mean, Blake never got messed with again that we knew of. I mean, and Blake never Blake never got in trouble again. Well, on Friday the 13th, before the COVID shut down everything, I guess I got called to school. I won't tell that story again. Go in there. I go into the principal's office. One of the things for work, I got put onto a project before we got busy last year. I worked on for a couple months. and I worked on 2 projects a little bit. First one I worked on a lot more, a robot system we have for automatic orders. Can we screen share and walk through? I may have to pause this. I have to hop on a Zoom call, looks like. So let me pause this, and I'll probably forget what I said, so my apologies. I was needed for once. I'm a productive member of my work. Yeah, I don't remember what the heck we were talking about now. Sleeping and something. Yeah, I was saying I get to work with engineers, so that's kind of cool. Without it being my department, it was kind of an honor to be chosen and to work with our COO and the engineers and corporate engineers and things like that. Pretty fun. They showed me a lot of respect and they seemed to value my opinion, so I appreciated that. See, I probably should just end the video before I got on that call. Dang it. Whatever though. I don't know, guys. I messed up. Not redoing this video. I remember one thing I mentioned, so we'll talk about that and see what else comes out. I mentioned getting bullied. There's a monitor in the kids' room that's in the other half's in our room, so I can hear them, make sure they're not fighting. And it sounds like Becca or Blake are singing in there. I love Blake to death, but he cannot sing. Becca loves to sing. She's better. I don't have an ear for talent. She may be a great singer, maybe she's not. I don't know. But I encourage her because she enjoys it. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters is they're happy. I said I'll consider myself a good father if my kids are happy and nice or kind to people. So I tell them, don't wear skinny jeans. Be happy. Be kind. It means I did my job. But no, I was going to talk about bullying. So when we moved here from Germany, we lived in Zweibrücken, Germany. My father's in the army. And when we moved back here, we moved to a place right outside of Rochelle, Illinois, the center of nothing. And our town was even smaller. It was called Kings. It was outside Rochelle, tiny little town. Had like a post office, a bar, a church, and like a tractor supply store, I think on the very edge of town. But yeah, when we moved here, I had long hair and I was a hippie. I was unlike all those other kids, so they kicked the shit out of me every chance they got. I don't really remember a lot of the fights or that aspect of it. I remember very distinctly one incident. Where the school was on like the edge of town, and then there was a street, and up that street was our house, and then on the other side of like our little rented property thing, there was an alleyway, and for whatever reason, one day I was gonna walk down that alleyway, and I remember 2 kids. I can't remember their names, what they look like, anything else, but I know there's at least 2 kids that kicked the living shit out of me, like, literally would get me down on the ground and kick me. From what I remember, I was never seriously hurt. Probably more just pride and the fact that these kids are calling you a girl and kicking the shit out of you. And the town probably has less than 200 people at the time. And I remember we went to one house and the parents just didn't give a fuck. Like, so that was that. I mean, so the last one I remember, for some reason, the only one I remember, even though I remember it happened more than that. My dad likes to tell stories sometimes of him and our friend Bobby that recently passed away. I think it was Bobby. We're down burning some stuff. And I was over at school getting beat up. Emily's calling me. We'll answer the call. What's up? Apparently this is part 2 because Emily had to call me and mess up the recording. So I've never done any video editing, but somehow I'm going to see if I can splice videos together. If not, they will be video 1, video 2. Oh, I was talking about getting the crap beat out of me. So one day my dad and his friend, I'm assuming Bobby, are outside burning stuff, and Cody apparently sees me being bullied. So Cody goes and gets a big stick and he's gonna stand up for me. I don't know how well it worked, but yeah, at one time Cody and I used to be closer apparently. I mean, my brother's Cody. Not very good at not saying name stuff. But yeah, Cody's gonna go stand up for me. I hate when people don't do their job. Run into a lot of that today. People just doing shit work. I've been here long enough to know better, and I don't think they give a crap. When I had all my teeth stuff going on last week or 2 weeks ago, I think it was last week, I don't remember now. Mr. Badcock messaged me, texted me, and he asked me what oof meant. So I just could not focus enough to go to work, and there was apparently my wife is blowing on my texts. But it's so fun to watch me reading text messages on my watch right now, isn't it? Women problems. Drama at her work. Oh, I did hop on my Zoom call with the engineers, and me and one of my coworkers were talking one day, and she was telling me something she found on Zoom where you could add stupid little faces and stuff like that, and I messed around with one and put it on there, and I had it on there for one of my team meetings, and I forgot about it. So I hop on my Zoom call with the engineer, and he tells me, nice double eyebrows and lipstick. So apparently I still had those items on my Zoom person. So yeah, I don't mind making a fool out of myself. It's all good. I was talking about Cody sticking up for me, and Cody and how we used to be closer. I mean, we were closer, but Cody and I used to get in some fights. Cody would call my mom screaming at me. I'd get in trouble. Jason would referee the fights. See, I think I did talk about this already, but yeah, so Cody and I have never been super close, but apparently that day when he was little, he was going to stick up for me somehow. And Cody and I are complete opposites. That's the one funny thing about my siblings. And I do have step siblings, but in this case, I'm talking about Cody, my brother. We share the same parents, mom and dad. And then my other brothers, because I'm not gonna try not to mention names, but you know, he's up at Michigan Tech, doing schooling. He's completely different than me. He's completely different than Cody. You know, him and I share a dad, but not a mom. His mom's my stepmom. And yeah, we're complete opposites. He's super smart. I remember being told when he was in high school that he had gotten in trouble for not showing his work or something like that, and doing pre-calculus, I think, in his head. And there's days I can barely add 2 plus 2 in my head. That's not true, but you know what I mean. You know, and I don't know. I don't think that I'm smart. It's just said that, you know, I work hard. What I've come to realize is I don't necessarily even work that hard. I just do enough work to get a good grade. Not right by any means, because, you know, I probably missed a lot of learning opportunities, and probably missed out on a lot of things I could learn because I just didn't care enough, or you know, whatever. And you know, Cody's pretty smart too. Cody went through a lot of different changes. I'd be about the best way you could put it. Excuse me. But Cody at one point, so when I was in 7th grade, I was living with my mom and my stepmom and my stepdad, and my stepbrother and Cody, and I moved in with my dad. And that's actually how my mother's father disowned me. It's another fun story for some time. Yeah, so from, let's see. So I probably got disowned by him and moved. Had to be late in the 90s. And I didn't talk to him. He didn't see my kids. Becca wasn't born yet, but he passed away when Blake was a baby. So Blake will be 10 this year. So, you know, for 10 years, he's been dead, and I don't necessarily care. Like, I don't wish death on him. I don't wish harm on anyone. Obviously, he's dead, so, you know, but there's a lot of pieces of shit in my family. And I say that, not all of them. But, and if I talk to you, you're not one of them. You know, my mom's dad, her stepmom, her brother and stepbrother are all piece of shit. And I hope they see this someday, because I'll tell it to your face. I don't fucking like you. There's some issues with, like, guns that my mom wanted that were her grandfather's that went to her dad, and, you know, she named one of them all. She just wanted one, she said. Nope, nothing. So yeah, there's a lot of stories like that. They're a piece of shit. I'll leave it at that. But yeah, I mean, one thing I never thought I'd see. So when we moved here from Germany, we've lived with the piece of shit I just talked about. I don't remember coming back or anything, but I remember they bought a billboard type thing that you put outside your business, and you put the letters on it, and it's lit up, and they made one of those for us, and I remember that. But shortly after that, we moved into our own house in Kings. Do we have to live with them anymore? Oh, excuse me. I don't remember where in the hell I was going with that story. More people not doing their job. Look at that. Something else I want to talk about, and I don't remember what now. I don't know. One thing I do regret in life, and this is a regret, not so much something that happened. It's just that, you know, I don't remember the kid's name, but I was a piece of shit to a kid. You know, and I got bullied, and I bullied this kid. Nowhere like I got bullied, and I'm not making excuses for my action, because there is no excuses for my action. So, yeah, you know, like 5th, 6th grade, there was a new kid that moved to our school, and yeah, I don't remember the kid's name. I mean, if somehow he sees this, you know, you don't have to forgive me. You know, I've done nothing to earn it. But I will tell you, if you ever see this, I am sorry. You know, it goes along with what I said about friends. Not that long ago. You know, if I messed up, tell me. You know, and I know I messed up in that situation. But yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? It's a young kid. Again, doesn't make it right by any means. But I did it, and I own up to it, for that matter. Oy vey, type people. I don't know. Life's weird. My life's been weird. At least I think so. Maybe it hasn't. You know what? I know there's people out there with way bigger issues than mine are. You know, mine are important to me, and you know, for these videos, I mean, it seeming to be helping me. Everything was going really smooth. I refer to my brain as its own entity. But you know, yesterday my brain started messing with me. No clue why. Maybe it's like, okay, a-hole, here you go, let's do this. Nah. I'll be okay. Have been so far. I'll continue to be. It's life. I'm learning to try to enjoy it. I'm not perfect at that all the time, or most time, or 99.87% of the time, but I'm trying. These videos seemed like they were helping me. And I kind of just chalked it up to, you know, getting some of the things that have been in my head out. You know, there's really no stories that I haven't told anyone anymore. Like the one about being molested. You know, I've talked about other ones. What the heck did I just do? So yeah, I don't. No, Captain. I don't know, it's turned into a pretty long video, seeing the first one I think was 20 something minutes, and now this one's at 16 minutes. You know, if you're watching these, thank you. I appreciate it. I don't know if anyone will watch till the end of this one, or both parts of this one. Heck. Yeah, today's my Friday, so I got that going for me. Yeah, instead of wasting your time, I guess I'll end this video and I'll go from there. Like I said, tomorrow's my Saturday. Saturday's my Sunday. I go back to work on Sundays. I don't know if I'll make videos or not. If I feel like I have something to talk about, I will. If not, I may skip a couple days. Refresh my brain. And just go from there. I've enjoyed them. You know, I would like people to watch the videos. I understand that people don't for whatever reason. No problems. So yeah, thanks for sticking around if you have. If you haven't, thanks anyways. Be kind. You know, it's, if I do these for the 500 plus days until we go to Europe and you know what, no one gets anything else out of it, maybe one person will be kind to someone else. I'm trying to, you know, and I'll get there. I got issues to work through and everything else, but you know, at the end of the day, we all do. And it's just a matter of getting the issues fixed so that I can deal with them in whatever manner I need to deal with them. Yeah, this was, for a while I thought this was very therapeutic, and you know, I'm not saying it's not. Yesterday just kind of set me back a little bit. No big deal. I'm gonna stop rambling and get off. So, just be kind. We went, help someone cross the street, buy someone coffee. Well, it's little things that add up. That's my challenge this weekend. We're gonna do something for someone else. It's kind and nice, and you know, it may be small, it may be big. I just did something really dumb. But that's my goal for this weekend. And I'll get there. Goodbye, guys.